We really do need to think differently about how we think about careers. Let me give you an example. I just heard of a conversation recently, two mothers discussing the career advice that one of their children had been given at a school careers day. And the one mother was suggested that her son should go out and do journalism. And she kind of laughed a little bit and said, well, that's not going to happen because he's a little bit dyslexic. So writing and typing and spelling and all the rest is really not for him. So journalism is off the table. And of course, this is the wrong way to think about it. In the 2020s, most of the way that we interact with computers is going to be through voice recognition. And it means that we don't have to type, we don't have to write. Spelling is going to be sorted out for us. Grammar is even going to be sorted out for us. And this is a very real thing. What this means is that careers that might not have been open to certain people in the past because of their ability with language suddenly are open up now because the computer can handle that. And this is about the way in which computers are able to get voice activation. It also goes into real-time translation. So language starts to disappear as a barrier for work. If you're in a country that has a bilingual or multilingual environment and you think certain professions are going to be restricted because of not having access to those languages, well, technology will help you with that. The other thing, of course, with journalism is that if you're just thinking that journalism is about writing articles for a newspaper, you haven't understood how journalism itself has changed. It isn't just about going out and being a reporter and then writing up something. Journalism these days is also about making sure that we've got the social media hooks, that we've got little snappy videos and images that capture people's attention on their timelines. All of that is and should be considered journalism these days as well. So the point that I'm trying to make is that we need to be very careful about what we think careers actually are. It's not just that they're new crazy careers you've never thought of before, or that some careers and professions are changing a little bit. Some careers and professions are changing dramatically. The skill set you need, the barriers for entry, the children, the young people who can and can't consider certain careers and professions, all of this has changed. And we need to change our minds about what it is we think our children are capable of and should consider. This is quite a lot of work, of course. So that really is, I suppose, part of what Future Smart Parent is about. And over the next few weeks and months, we're going to talk about a number of key professions and just give you some insights into them. But basically today, I want to suggest to you, don't discard a career option simply because there is a missing skill. Ask yourself whether the skill that you think is missing, so in the case of my example of journalism, the skill of writing in English or in whatever language, the skill of writing, ask yourself whether this skill could be replaced by a machine. And this could go right the way down to mathematical skill for an accountant or an actuary. Any sort of skill which you might think is the heart of the profession may in fact be replaced by a machine in the future, which means the profession opens up and other skills can be brought to bear. Other skills will come to the fore in terms of deciding whether you'll be a good doctor, a good accountant, a good journalist, or whatever. So, careers are changing. We know this. Are you changing your mind about careers?